Good day, students. Welcome to RATS, Racing Against Time for Students in Pathology. I hope you enjoy the scheme on the screen. The next couple of classes, I shall be handling pancreas and gallbladder. These are a little frequently asked, however, the students have got a tendency to omit this. Hence, be a little cautious because the question that we omit is our university question. Rats, gallbladder, and pancreas. The first topic will be pancreatitis. In this, I will be dealing with the anatomy of the pancreas, a rough idea whatsoever. This is a fold of the duodenum in which is got the pancreas. And the pancreas has got a head, body, and tail. We will not be going into. It has got very powerful enzymes, and the islet cells of Langerhans are harbored within the parenchyma. What I am interested in is the bile duct and the pancreatic duct, which open into the ampulla of Vater. Sometimes there can be accessory ducts, and these can open separately, leading to pancreatitis. So, what will be important for us will be the morphology of the duct, what causes obstruction, and the enzymes that are being released. This is a very beautiful schematic picture of the pancreas, in which I have got the small ductules, intercalated ducts, which enter into the larger interlobular ducts. And these are the parenchyma, and they are some kind of an acini which empty their secretions. As I mentioned earlier, there is the islet cell of the Langerhans. There are very powerful enzymes in the pancreas which can dissolve almost anything on earth. 22 enzymes, proteases, lipases, amylases, and phospholipases. Coming to pancreatitis, it is defined as an inflammation of the pancreatic parenchyma along with acinar cell injury. Whenever we use the word pancreatitis, it can be an acute pancreatitis or a chronic pancreatitis. There are also other types such as acute hemorrhagic pancreatitis and chronic relapsing pancreatitis. And the descriptions for these are given here. Acute pancreatitis, it is a repeatedly asked university question. It is an acute condition presenting clinically with abdominal pain, raised pancreatic enzymes in the blood, along with inflammation and necrosis of the pancreatic tissue. Definitions are definitions. So I repeat once again, acute condition with an abdominal pain, pancreatic enzymes, inflammation and necrosis of pancreatic tissue. Also, there is a necrosis of the surrounding fat. Fat necrosis, a classical example. It is not uncommon, and 80% will be associated with biliary tract disease or alcoholism. So these two are the common causes for pancreatitis. The ratio of the male-female is given over here. This is a gross picture. The gross picture of the pancreas, the head, body, and the tail. The orangish color is a normal parenchyma in which I am finding areas of hemorrhage. There are areas of hemorrhage, and there are also some pale chalky white or grayish white areas which are areas of necrosis. So areas of hemorrhage and necrosis will be grossly seen in the pancreas. What are the causes for pancreatitis? So a lot of causes are there. Biliary tract disease and alcoholism are common. Any inflammation from the adjacent tissue, peptic ulcers are associated with pancreatitis. Infections, particularly viral infections, vasculitis and thrombosis. Shock, it can be idiopathic in a good number of causes, and it is also known to have a familial history. I would like you people to kindly by heart this mnemonic. So It is almost a corollary of it, but the mnemonic is bad hits for VIP. Biliary, alcohol, drugs, bad. Hyperglycemia and hypertriglyceridemia. Idiopathic, trauma, shock, hits, and VIP will be vascular thrombosis, infections, and peptic ulcer. Please by heart this, it will pay you dividend. This is a normal pancreas and the pancreatitis, a schematic diagram which you people can just follow. So these are the pancreatic acini, the enzymes are being liberated and they are taken to the ducts. Now in a case of pancreatitis, what will happen is there can be a peripheral necrosis. And because of the enzymes, there can be autodigestion of the acini as well as the surrounding fat. This is one pattern. Second one is you find that there is a ductal and a periductal necrosis. In the surrounding region, we can find it. This is in the periphery of the pancreas. This is in the periphery of the ducts. And the third one will be disseminated. So here and there we can find areas of necrosis. This commonly occurs in infectious diseases. This is a beautiful picture. I would like you people to kindly follow this. Pancreatic acini, they've got very powerful enzymes. Whenever there is an obstruction, there can be a leakage of the enzymes through the ductal epithelium. And these enzymes are very powerful. They will be digesting the fat, leading to a fat necrosis. Also, whenever there is an infection or an acinar cell injury, the enzymes are being released, leading to a damage. And in some conditions, I find that there can be an increased amount of secretion, and these are not able to be emptied, they again leak. So it can be acinar cell injury or obstruction, two things leading to leakage. And these are the enzymes that we should remember. It's a school question only. Amylase, lipase, and protease. Amylase, you will be finding all of this can lead to a pancreatitis. Powerful enzymes which can lead to destruction. And this is the source of this. Serum amylase is also used as a diagnostic test. I have clubbed both the pictures together. Again, it's the same. Acinar cell injury or a ductal obstruction, release of the enzymes. And the common enzymes will be the serum amylase is increased, which is used as a diagnostic test. Lipase is another enzyme, protease. These lead to destruction of the fat and the blood vessels. Pancreatic necrosis this is a schematic picture. I find that there are areas of hemorrhage and an area of necrosis, a bulging of the pancreas. Obviously, there will be a damage to the surrounding fatty tissue as well. What are the complications of acute pancreatitis? There can be systemic complications such as DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulation, one of the major complications. ARDS, adult respiratory distress syndrome. Surprisingly, the lungs are affected. Hypocalcemia, because of that, there can be a tetany. The lipase digests the fat and there is a formation of calcium soaps. Therefore, the free calcium is decreased, leading to hypocalcemia and tetany. Hyperglycemia, because of the destruction of the islet cells. Islet cells, there is no regulation of the glucose, hence there is a hyperglycemia. These are important systemic complications which you people can remember. The local complications, of course, will be the fat necrosis and pancreatitis. There are certain clinical signs. One is a Cullen sign, wherein you find that there is a patch of hemorrhage around the umbilicus, and a Gray Turner's sign, wherein there will be flank areas of hemorrhage resembling bruising. All these indicate a retroperitoneal hemorrhage. The methods of diagnosis, it is an emergency condition. CT scan can be used. Serum amylase, very important, is massively increased, more than 3 times. It can be increased in conditions such as peptic ulcer also, but not to this extent. Serum amylase, please remember. Serum alanine transferase is also increased, and it can indicate a diagnosis of gallstones. Serum lipase, It is more reliable because it persists longer. Amylase, lipase, and transferase. Please remember these three things. They are enzymatic diagnosis. We had seen acute pancreatitis. The next condition can be chronic pancreatitis, or they may ask just pancreatitis itself. It is not very different, not very difficult, just follow. So it is better known as a chronic relapsing pancreatitis. Recurrent inflammation will be there. Bouts of mild acute inflammation or subclinical inflammation, and it results in chronic pancreatitis. The etiology is almost similar to the acute pancreatitis. So this is another one. I get smashed is another mnemonic. You can remember any one of these. So this is the detail. Almost similar to the list that we had seen earlier. Idiopathic, gallstones, alcohol, trauma, steroids, viral such as mumps, malignancy, autoimmune, hypercalcemia, ERCP, and drugs. Along with that, very rarely scorpion stings. Please remember this, whichever is easier for you to memorize, you people can do. What are the causes and effects? These are the normal causes that we had already mentioned. Alcoholism and biliary tract disease, and they are the other things. Pancreas division is one condition wherein you have got an alternate duct that is emptying. As a result of which there will not be any sphincter action, there is a loss of control of the pancreatic enzyme release. Tropical, familial, and hereditary. And these will be the clinical manifestations. The patient can be in a state of shock, severe pain, jaundice will be there, intolerance for fatty food, diabetes because of the destruction of the islet cells. Also, there can be a pseudocyst formation. This pancreatic pseudocyst is a question for you in surgery. Calcification can be there. So there will be patchy areas of calcification around which there will be inflammatory infiltrate. So morphology will be there is a chronic calcifying pancreatitis and it can be lobular in distribution. Fibrosis, chronic inflammation, as I had mentioned. The ducts can be plugged with proteins and the gland becomes hard and calcified. Pseudocyst can be formed. So this is a pseudocyst, a picture of it. Sometimes it can be communicating with the duct, and in some cases it will not be communicating with the ducts. These are the two types. The rest of it you people can read in surgery. This is a normal pancreas over here, and these are the various manifestations. There can be dilated ducts, there can be calculi within, lot of fibrosis is found, and then there is calcification, presence of stones leading to obstruction. So stenosis of the sphincter of Oddi, cholelithiasis, and lesions in the head of pancreas, something like carcinoma. And accidentally, when there is a ligation of the pancreatic duct, all the enzymes are released to the exterior, leading to pancreatitis. The manifestations are almost similar to the acute, but only thing they will be less severe. So it can be precipitated by alcohol, jaundice will be there, and diabetes. Please remember these three things. Others obviously will be there. The complications, one can be pseudocyst, another can be insufficiency. And the methods of diagnosis are these. CT scan is used to diagnose all these conditions. Running amok. This is a cartoon picture that I had taken. This is exactly what happens in the pancreas. This is a school teacher who is not able to control the children. Exactly. The pancreas, and imagine that there is a duct, all the enzymes will be running amok, leading to devastating damage. Gracias.